You know how sometimes you are presented with these two very enticing, irresistible choices, and you just find yourself going back and forth until you basically can't decide which to pick. Or you have this big idea, this big plan in life that you want to execute and see results, but you also have a smaller one at the back burner just in case. And that becomes some sort of a safety net, something you can always go back to if your big idea fails. For me, I used to think this was the way to go. I used to think that having lots and lots of plans, having a diverse plan laid out for my life meant success. But it doesn't, because the only thing it does is, in the end, you just find yourself being so fragmented. Your attention gets so fragmented and you're unable to focus on a single thing. And I find that whenever I do this, I neither achieve my plan A, nor do I do anything meaningful with my plan Bs. But I also find that whenever I am able to focus on a single idea and able to, avoid all other distractions, I almost always see progress and results in whatever it is that I do. And in this video, we are going to talk about how to destroy this destructive planning that only ever stunts your primary goal while also missing out on your plan B. Sometimes your plans B, C, D, and they all fail. And more importantly, your plan A never materializes because all these contingency plans also take your focus, time, and energy that, if directed to your plan A, could give you the results that you want. You could see amazing results by keeping and maintaining a laser-sharp focus on your plan A, and by destroying all these bridges, by burning all the bridges that lead up to your fallback plans. In fact, if you can develop the courage to only have eyes on the prize and nothing else, it's only a matter of time before you see real and meaningful progress in your work. And in this video, we are going to talk about how you can fight the temptation to always have a plan B to your plan A, and more importantly, how you can develop the mental strength to see your plan A all the way through. And to help you out, I have prepared a checklist so you can check yourself whenever you are tempted, to revert back to your lesser plans. And I also have a bonus template on how you can honor your calling in life without any distractions. I'll leave the link for both of them down in the description box, so check it out. And before we get to the rest of the video, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, here on this channel, I talk about how you can find your passion and go after it at any age, how you can find balance even at the most difficult times in your life, and how you can be happy with the things and the people you already have surrounding you. So if you're interested, make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Also, give this video a big thumbs up to spread the message. And make sure to check out the description box. I have links to my website, my new book, my social media accounts, and so much more. Each and every one of them tailored to help you become your best self. So do check it out. Now, let's get to today's topic. So in the famous Napoleon Bonaparte story, in which he told his troops to burn all of their ships as a means of ensuring or securing victory, because now the men knew it's either they fight to the nail or they perish. And they did. They returned back home with the enemy's ships. And just like this old story, modern scientific research is proving to us that planting a contingency plan leads to the failure of the first one. So this very plan that you thought would be your backup plan, your fallback plan, actually ends up consuming or annihilating your plan A. This thing that you would rather see come to fruition than anything else, gets consumed by this plan that you don't even care for. And this gives you something to think about, because you will now come to the realization that all these contingency plans you thought were your fallback plans, or things that you can always go back to if something goes wrong with your big idea, were actually the problem. They were the ones making it impossible for you to achieve it. And with this realization, it will become easier for you to let them go. Just lay them to rest once and for all and focus on your plan A. And of course, you have to develop a different kind of mindset than the previous one, because you were all about having all these plans laid out if you were like me. And now you have to develop the mindset of risk-taking, like Napoleon Bonaparte and his troops. You don't have to risk your lives. You don't have to risk anything serious, just little inconveniences here and there, because it's a process. There will be challenges, obstacles, setbacks. You'll also have to deal with your own emotions, your own fear about what's going to happen, your own fear about the unknown. And you'll have to develop things like, not being so attached to the outcome, to the results, because if you're just going to be focused on that also, that's a problem. But anyways, developing a risk-taking mindset is the one thing that's going to help you focus without all these distractions, taking away all your focus, time, and energy. Because in truth, plan B is for the weak mindset, because it cannot handle the sporadic panic of failure. A weak mindset is prone to negativity. It's always fearful, doubtful, uncertain, and it will just plague your mind with all these negative thoughts, which then you will be naturally gravitating towards having a safety net, some sort of a security. But as we have already discussed, this is not your security. Actually, this is the thing that is destroying your dream. And now you have to work on developing a strong mindset that is able to withstand all these fearful and negative thoughts, which are all false, and also develop the ability to go through this challenge that you are going to come across inevitably, because that's just the process of any success story. And you can only do that with the kind of mindset that is able to take risk without continuously giving you this emotional turmoil, without always making you feel doubtful about your own abilities and the results that you want to see. The other thing is, in life there must be at least one goal, one vision that deserves no secondary plan. Something that you are willing to give your time and energy generously. Something that you're willing to sacrifice your comfort, your socializations, your fun time and whatnot. Something that you're willing to risk things for, And it can be really difficult, especially nowadays with all these distractions on the outside world being out of control. And if you find yourself being distracted out of your goals in life by all these distractions, make sure to get that checklist I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Just simply click the link down below in the description box or comment checklist in the comment section to get it on demand. And getting back to the concept of burning all the bridges, all the ships. I'm obsessed with this idea, clearly. Because now you are adopting the mindset of a warrior. It's either you win or you perish. And the beauty of this courageous undertaking is that with all your other plans burned to the ground, your mind now gets to work. It now has a mission to save you, instead of juggling all these 100 useless plans that you had at a time. And now there is time, there is space, there is creativity. You are allowing your mind to exercise its power instead of being clogged, instead of being so busy with the things that don't even matter to you. And now you are giving your mind the green light to do its best with this one idea. And your mind's best is limitless when it's not being bombarded by all these useless thoughts, ideas, and you are going to be surprised at how resourceful you're going to become. You are going to be surprised at the possibilities and opportunities your mind is going to be able to spot that you were just blind to because of all these thoughts you had in your mind. And you're going to see results and progress. Your mind is just going to continuously come up with great ideas to improve your work. It's going to come up with creative ideas. You are going to observe insights and breakthroughs pop up in your mind that was impossible to do for you before, because all these things were being buried under the garbage of all these useless thoughts you had going on in your mind. And now your mind has the clarity to hold on to this one idea and work on it from different angles, perspectives, connecting the dots in a useful way and giving you the results that you want. This is the power of your mind, and you have to be able to utilize it and put it to good use by not being preoccupied with your plans B, C, and more, and by allowing it to just focus on your plan A. By doing this, you are empowering your mind. You're preventing it from worrying about all these other plans, and you're just helping it focus on that one idea and helping it to direct all its abilities, all its powers on this one plan. And just like this impossible fits of glory and almost miraculous phenomena that we notice, where a woman is able to lift a 1,600 kg car with her bare hands to save her son that was underneath, or people who escape a burning wreckage at the last minute, the last second, your mind is also going to give you these impossible results that you want, because there are no other options. You have to know that when there are no other options, your mind is definitely going to give you results with that one option. You have to go with this mindset, because knowing this and exercising this power of your mind without limiting it by saying, oh, this is impossible, this can't happen, having all these reasons for not achieving the things you want and having all these other useless contingency plans, giving it no other options and letting it focus on that one idea is the one thing that's going to make you successful. Because limitations only exist in the mind. They don't exist out there in the world. And you are not limited by your lack of resources, education, connection. You're not, limited by your location, your zip code. No. You have to know that these things don't exist out there. They only exist in your mind. And once you break free of this falsehood, now your plan A becomes a reality. And for your plan A to become a reality, you have to embody the personality, the person who already has what you want. You have to be patient, persistent, sure of yourself. You have to believe in your abilities and believe in the reality of your goal. So that's it for today, guys. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, make sure to check out the description box. I have tons of helpful resources to help you on your journey of becoming your best self. So do check it out. So see you next time.